Imagine your mind is a swinging pendulum, moving to the rhythm of this balanced interchange of energies. It's constantly swinging from one to the other side of the polarity spectrum, from more thinking to more feeling, more masculine to more feminine, hot to cold, yin to yang. And the trajectory always goes from more internal to more external at times, because such is the nature of reality. This is actually a psychological law that describes the movement of the entire universal mind, the same continuum which you house a microcosm of. This allows for integration, for the expansion of consciousness, because if you were to only remain in one side of that spectrum, you would never experience true balance and get to unfold your identity in more vibrant ways to understand the nature of the universe unfolding within you. This is actually called enantiodromia. It's a term that was coined by Greek philosopher Heraclitus to explain that we're always subconsciously going to be running to the opposite, which means that whenever we choose to stick to only one condition, which includes the personality we even use to define ourselves, we're going to have to experience an opposite condition unfolding to take us out of that attached state of resistance. Because whenever there is a lack of integration, reality forces us to integrate. We have to confront the parts of us that we're choosing to suppress, to repress, to push down, because universal balance is ultimately what is going to set in. This, for example, means that whenever you choose to maintain a tunnel vision focus in your reality, choosing to only see or think a certain thing. For example, you're doing something that your mind tells you to do, but you're actually suppressing your own emotions at the expense of that. You need to see that eventually the suppressed emotions will come up like a volcano, erupting in chaos, disturbance, and you may blame your reality for that, but in reality, it's actually you that's been creating this dichotomy all along. And so we have to start coming to terms with the fact that whenever we choose to get too comfortable in our reality, there's going to be some shift that forces us to see what we've actually been uncomfortable with integrating all along. We have to realize that whenever there's something we're choosing to push away, we're actually pulling towards it. It's just a matter of time for that lack of integration to be revealed, and we have to ultimately deal with ourselves in this universal equation. So start seeing everything on this continuum of change. Everything can change because everything will. And so your ability to integrate, not just your feeling about this entire universal equation, but also your own identity, to understand that this is happening for you to sculpt an identity that is universal in nature, that you can associate with your own God self, with yourself as a fractal of the entire universal mind, which allows you to be unlimited, boundless, and to constantly redefine yourself in new ways to experience the most growth, stimulation, and love that you possibly can, to grow as a universal child, as opposed to just an ego nestled in one dimension of the universal experience.